and welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast, the number one place for your hunting, fishing and country sports stories from around the world. Stick on the kettle, crack open a beer, pull up the feet, relax and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast, episode 100, Angling and Antlers. On this week's episode, myself and Rob chat about our recent trip to Galway to do a little bit of sea fishing with Kevin. Rob discusses the first day of the season and how he got on, and also a little bit of pike fishing. We also discuss some pretty interesting plans for the season ahead. Enjoy this one, folks. And just as we're starting recording, someone throws in a little scream. How are you, Robert?
Anthony.
What's happening, buddy?
Lots.
There's loads happening, man, isn't there? Even though it feels like ages ago since we were on this. It is a couple of weeks now since we recorded one. But yeah, there's loads happening.
Yeah, so we had a decent fishing trip in Galway, the opening season.
Yes.
I was out doing a bit of pike fishing, so...
We've a good bit to talk about.
Yeah.
First, I suppose we'll kick it off. Down with Kevin McGowan in Galway Bay Fishing again this year. You brought a couple of lads from work, a few lads that didn't fish.
Never fished. Wouldn't touch bait. They didn't think, and I didn't think that they'd enjoy it, but like I said on the last podcast, how quickly everyone got to know each other.
Yes.
Out doing something like that.
Yeah.
By the end of it, everyone was having the crack.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's well worth. I think it's exactly what you said there. Bit of bonding, a bit of crack, a bit of slagging, and no better man than Kevin himself to horse in a couple of jokes and we got to bring the two young lads as well, which is a kind of a full circle moment for me anyway. You know.
Yeah. Likewise, that's their first sort of big boy adventure.
Yeah.
Going out in a boat at sea, over to the Iron Islands, catching fish. Look.
Yeah.
Well, my young lad really, really enjoyed it. Same
as that, man. I think when I'd asked, you had said about Sean coming, and then I had said, about Rhino. And he was, he's out of his comfort zone, obviously, probably similar to Sean. You don't know what to expect and all that kind of jazz. Obviously, Sean's done a bit more fishing than Ryan would have. But yeah, he was a bit nervous, and he was kind of, I don't mind, if I go or not. And I said, sure, look, come along, you might. And then as he come up closer to it, he started to get a little bit excited. And then Kevin showed him how to, drop a line, do a bit of jigging, and sure, then he started to pull up a few mackerel. And then it's almost like then from that, you can see the moment it happens, where he looks down and there's a fish on the boat and it's his, and obviously a very proud moment for myself, but you can see him almost growing as a young man, It's cool. Yeah. It's really cool.
And then it's, get your hands off me, Rod.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing here, yeah.
Going home, slapping up the table. Mine. I got them.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And there was a bit of that as well, and funny enough, I was fishing beside him and I was thinking, this lad's, hold on a minute now, man, you're robbing some of me fish here, Move down a little bit closer to one of the other boys, but yeah, funny enough, when we came back, we brought back a little bit of a catch, and that's what he said to the other young fella. See that now on there? I caught that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's funny how it evolves so quickly, man. Before your eyes, sometimes. Talk us through how did you get on the trip?
Galway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bit anxious, obviously, because of Sean.
Yeah.
And then I knew everyone that was going, but they all didn't know each other.
Yes.
So I was a little bit anxious how everyone would get on, but like that, they bonded very, very quickly. And everyone had a great day. Bar, there was one or two that felt a bit queasy and were getting sick. And that's the worst thing about it, is that you've chartered a boat, you're heading out, if someone's not feeling well, that boat's not turning around for
No.
you. So I had anti-sick tablets, which I'll talk about now and again in a sec.
Yeah.
But I offered them, they didn't take them. And even out there on the boat, they didn't take them. But when we were heading back in, I'll give us one of them. Sure, it's too late now.
Yeah.
But all in all, I think the lads had a great time. Now, those anti-sick tablets, so we're out doing a bit at the moment. And yesterday, on empty stomachs, I said to Anto, here, take one of them there. Because they're...
Yeah, and I was saying, no, I don't need it. Oh, no, you'll ruin the day if you get sick out here.
Take two, is what I actually said. And you said, one will be grand, not at all, take two. So we took them.
Your exact words were, if you're going to do it, you do it right. You're supposed to take two. And I said, all right, go on.
So we went in for breakfast, and then I was standing up to leave, and I got all woozy, and my mouth was all dry. So I thought, am I having a panic attack? What's actually going on here? And then I said it to you, man, I'm a bit dizzy. And you went, so am I. You're only supposed to take one of them tablets.
That's the moral of the story, you know. If you're going to do it right. I think you had read something about two, and I was actually thinking, man, when I was thinking, why wouldn't they just not put enough in one tablet?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I went to go out that door of the pantry or where we had breakfast, and I was lining up the door. I said, that door seems a bit like skew ways, man. 'Cause I don't know whether as I was walking up to it, I actually felt like I was rocking on a boat.
Yeah.
So that's probably not the best idea now.
No.
And I was dehydrated out in the boat because my tongue was like stuck to the roof of my mouth. Anyway,
just
don't be listening to us.
That's a little no for someone. But I actually gave the young lad 6 tablets that morning.
Yeah.
The only reason I did it is because his first experience, I wasn't sure if he was going to get sick or not in the boat. So I just wanted to give him every opportunity to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Kev was brilliant with the kids.
Absolutely smashing, as usual.
And we never have a bad trip.
No. That's one thing about him. Like there's plenty of slagging, there's plenty of crack. You can tell him what you want to go after, whether you want to go after a few fish for the pan, you want to go after, species fish or bigger fish. And he'll tailor a trip around that. Speaking of which, Diggo got on very well. I think, was Diggo on 7 or 8 species, was he?
Yeah, but Diggo fished before. As we would have fished in the Belgard Fishing Club when it was up and running as kids, and Diggo would have been well used to a bit of fishing.
I think you got pollock, coalfish,
pouting, gunners,
sand eel, mackerel.
Yeah. I can't. He was the far end of the boat for me, so I can't. Pollock, obviously.
Yeah. I think it was 7 or 8 different species. Callfish. Yeah. So and then there's some nice fish landed as well. I caught dogfish.
Yeah. You caught dogfish. Yeah. I caught cod.
That was my first one.
I caught cod.
You caught a cod, is right.
Yeah.
You caught a cod the last time as well, I think.
No. Brenny.
Oh, Brenny caught cod.
Caught cod. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
They're fairly scarce.
They are, man. Like that's only you're hitting one every trip.
Yeah.
On average. No big numbers at all. The morning itself was kind of misty, overcast. It was supposed to burn through.
And I told everyone in work, they were saying, what do we bring for this? Do we need wet gear? And I had a look at the weather. No, all you need sunglasses and sun cream. It's beautiful all day. So
and
you have to pack for all sort of.
Yeah, Galway is always that way, man. It can go. Now, in fairness, it was dry in the afternoon, but it just the sun didn't burn through quick enough. And then we went. Kev made us a bit of mackerel ceviche.
Yeah.
And a lot of boys tried it, I think.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
No, if I preferred the white or meat for that.
Yeah.
Myself.
It was a bit stronger, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then we tipped across to the Iron Islands.
Yeah, a few pints over in the Iron Islands. And back across. It's well worth doing. I think it's very reasonable day out for, you can have 7 or 8 lads, I think, on the boat. So spread over that. It's very reasonable for a good day's sport. You get your trip across the Iron Islands, have a couple of pints.
Go for a swim over there if you want.
Yeah.
We actually did it when we came back.
Went
for a dip in the sea.
That's a nice little beach there. It always is, isn't it?
Spittle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have a little sauna there now and all if you want to do that sort of stuff. But yeah, and that brings us on, I suppose, to the next part. You did another little bit of fishing recently, or you went after a bit of pike.
Yeah, so Sean, obviously he's on a school holiday, so he's mad to get out and do more and more field sports. So it works out perfect for me.
Yeah.
And in fairness, Laura's jumping in and doing a bit with us. So we went back to a lake in Roscommon, but it's summertime, and the growth around that lake was massive. So we were fighting through reeds and rushes to get there. You know the lake.
Yeah.
So it was fairly hard going. And Laura's back has been at her. So we decided to pull back out of there and just go to another lake I knew, which wouldn't be as good.
Yeah.
So long story short, we didn't catch any pike.
Yeah.
But we had a great day out.
Here's a question for you, right? For people that are listening, I suppose, because a young lad actually just down the road from me, and he listens to the podcast, John, and he's talking about getting his gun license and stuff. And he did a little bit of fishing when he was very young, just in a little club locally. But to get a young lad started, pike is a great little introductory fish to go after, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or would you recommend going after something smaller?
Is he fishing by himself, or has he got someone to guide him?
No, he's fishing by himself.
How old is he?
I'd be 19, I suppose, 20.
No, he's old enough. I was going to say the danger is like pike with teeth if he was a child.
Yeah.
Pike is perfect because it's a bit of excitement as well because they're a predatory fish. Depending on what way he's fishing, it's an aggressive attack style fishing. Yeah.
And you can go after them, I presume, for like locally. There's the canal and there's, I think, the river there. And I think there's a local club. I must actually put them on to Christy Malloy, actually, because Christy's involved in Longwood Fishing Club. So that's what I might actually do, just as I'm thinking. I never thought of that. But yeah, like, obviously I'm only fishing now, 2 or 3 years? Is it 2 or 3 years, I suppose? Yeah, about that.
It's easily 3.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. But, like I was just thinking last night of the different fish I'm after catching, in that space of time. I would have never ever dreamt, trout and your pike and plaice and whiting, mackerel,
Yeah. And like that, it's daunting unless you have someone to show you, because learning all the knots, how to make rigs, different types of weights, different methods, like...
That's the biggest thing. Like, I'd hear yourself talking to fishermen and stuff, and you'd be talking about, different setups and different rigs and stuff. Now, obviously, look, as time goes on, I'm getting more knowledgeable about them, but the tying off and stuff can be daunting, I think, for you, especially but you taught me a very simple knot that's kind of, that can
do it all.
Pretty much do it all. So
Yeah. Yeah, there's only, if you're being honest, even if you're making your own traces, which you don't have to, you can buy them in a shop or on Temu, which is a great spot.
Yeah.
But you might use 4 knots max to make traces.
Yeah.
If I'm telling the truth, it's probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That's all you need, and you'll get by just grand.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, like, you can get, sometimes, especially when you go on YouTube and stuff, you can get a little bit daunted, I think, by the amount of different, and then how they're doing. Obviously, it's seamless them because they're doing it all the time. And when, of course, I start tying with these pair of feet, it's a little bit more difficult, when you're starting. But you can quickly get used to it. I think it's a very good fishing. The way I see fishing is kind of, it bridges the gap between my season. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. It's on not the down season, because I actually really love fishing, but I have something to do all year round.
Yeah. Because I wasn't, obviously, like, you grew up with it. I'm obviously coming to it late. Like, I'm not going to be as, proficient as a lot of fishermen. However, just, if I get a couple of trips fishing in the off season, doing my hunting, it's brilliant. It keeps the itch off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The edge off. And then that'll bring us, I suppose, talking about which the deer season has rolled around now quite fucking quickly.
Yeah.
That was quick, man.
It was very quick, yeah. And it's still very warm for them. And they're all involved. Well, the stags were all in velvet.
Velvet, yeah.
Um,
What's your thoughts on bringing back the season?
I don't want to get anyone's back up.
No, but you can have an opinion on it, man. It doesn't matter. Like, it's there, and this is not to, just to clarify before we start, this is not to, if people are out shooting deer and velvet, and they're legally entitled to do so. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously there can be a debate as to whether that should or shouldn't happen, but they're doing no wrong.
No,
you know?
100%. They're in the bounds, the left and right arcs of the law.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
exactly. No. But opinion-wise, what's your genuine thoughts on it going forward? Like
I went out on the first.
Yeah.
The only reason I went out on the first is because the young lad wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I brought him out, and I wasn't going to shoot anything unless I seen a very, very young pricket, and just by chance I walked into the field, lay down the bank, and Sean tipped me on the shoulder. I didn't even see it. He was over there, so I glassed him for a minute, and I realised what it was, and took it purely for him and the freezer.
Yeah.
But I won't be going out again till they're out of velvet and maybe the temperature comes down slightly.
Yeah.
And that's just my...
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I know the big buzzword at the minute is, it's cull, and deer numbers are through the roof, and there's all this in it. And look, I think somewhere in the middle the truth actually lies, where there's certain areas in the country which are problem areas, but there's other places which aren't. So, like, if you take some of the ground we shoot, we won't be touching, or we wouldn't touch that till, rut time, and because the numbers just aren't there to sustain it. And then in other areas, like where you went up to shoot your pricket, you kind of nearly have to keep on top of the numbers there because the farmers are under pressure in that area. Yeah. So it's not, I don't think it's a one size fits all, because I follow some of the forums and stuff, and obviously it's like somebody puts up an opinion or a picture, and then you'll get 5 people arguing you shouldn't be doing that. Look, absolutely they can and they should if they want to. Debate will be like whether or not it's a good idea, or will it make any difference at all bringing back the stag season by a month. I don't think it will terribly. I think probably what will happen is, like what you've done there, is young males who'll probably get a pop at them, and then start to push deer around the place a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to make a huge difference in terms of the numbers. Obviously, look,
population control.
Yeah,
I don't think it will either. And
my honesty, and this, believe me when I say this, man, my opinion on this has changed from the time I started shooting to the time now, and it's only from garnering information and talking to people more experienced than both of us put together. Would that be fair?
Yeah. So you could change it in another 2 years. You might see a benefit in it in a particular area.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's not cut and dry.
No, nor would I slate anyone for doing it. It's just that, I heard good arguments in terms of, look, we're only killing the future of our sport, taking our good animals and stuff, or potentially good animals. But then on the other side of it, if you've a farmer's under pressure, and now with the deer management units and stuff, lads are looking at their own ground and trying to preserve their hunting on that ground by keeping the farmers happy, ensuring that they're not going out and calling in additional hunters,
Yeah.
So I suppose there's two sides of it. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, time. When are we going out next? We will be hitting some of our ground probably the start of next month, I would imagine.
As in deer shooting?
Yeah.
I know we'll definitely be out. I'd say in the next 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah. We'll start doing a little bit of
more
work. Yeah.
More wrecking to see what's on the ground, what's transient, all that type of stuff. We have cameras up, so we're doing a little bit more homework.
Yeah.
This year and last year than we've done in previous years, because we're trying to manage the herd a little bit better.
Yeah.
And Now, talking about managing, did I tell you, Sean and his granddad, the last podcast, last one we did, remember Sean was out pigeon shooting?
Yes.
So the guards were called and turned up. Did I tell you this?
Yes, yeah, talk us through it.
Yeah, so the guards turned up. They were pigeon shooting for a local farmer because I'll send you pictures of his field. They've destroyed it. But anyway, the guards turned up, called down to them. Now you have to remember the father-in-law is nearly 80.
Yeah.
Sounds only a young lad. And they wanted to see gun licenses. Fair enough.
Yeah.
They're doing their job, but he didn't have his gun license on him.
Yeah.
It was up in the car.
Yeah.
So he had to walk up and get it. And there was no major drama.
Yeah.
They were out checking. Neighbours had called them, but all the neighbours know that we have permission there. So it just goes to show you, if anyone's out shooting, carry your gun licence on you. Be courteous to the guards. They're only doing a job.
Yeah.
But I would have never in a million years would have thought the guards would have turned up there.
Because I know the spot they're shooting and like, it's a good distance away from many houses. You know, like, obviously, like, you'll probably hear the echo across a couple of fields, but, you know, it's not close to any particular house. You're down at the end of the field. You're tucked in. Yeah, just, look, I think we actually talked about it last night, and we we have to be on the right side of the law all the time. You know, you can't, as much as, like, when I heard that, obviously I got a little bit angry, why would somebody, a young chap out doing no harm with his grandfather, they're doing everything legally, everything above board, and then the guards to be called, I don't know.
No, it's not a huge deal, but yeah, from a young lad's perspective, he was rattled.
Of course, that's what I'm saying though. But like, the mentality, like, somebody to ring the guards there in that situation, yeah? You're living in the countryside, do you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be oblivious to the fact that, in certain instances, shooting hunting is required and is allowed. And would that be my first port of call to call the guards?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You shouldn't be scared of failures. It's something which, as you grow up, you realize that you have more bad days than good days.
Exactly.
Especially as cricket, you are not going to score centuries or 50s every match. There are going to be bad days and you shouldn't be scared of them. You have to accept it. It's going to happen and understand a way or find your own way to overcome it. Never try and copy anyone or anything. Do your own mistakes. Have your own days. Nowadays, because of social media, we start thinking that, oh, she has an amazing life. She has had this. She has done that. But the fact is that everyone's had their own journeys.
Listen to the entire podcast. Live your best life unscripted.
Let's say that person has a young family and they want to get kids down to bed. Let's say.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
But
it's in the middle of the day.
No, but let's say it was even a route shoot. If they just called over and said, lads, I'm trying to put the kids, pack up, no problem. Really sorry about that. I'm out of here.
Because sometimes, funny enough, like when we're down the end of my lane, and we could be a fair stretch, but if the wind is going a certain way, Avril can, you can hear the bang bang, you know.
Yeah.
So I can understand it, absolutely. And then sometimes we don't probably appreciate that. Like, it could be carrying a little bit longer than we'd appreciate. But that was, towards the tail end of the day.
But there was a younger guard. So there was three of them. And there was a younger guard there. So my Sean wears hearing aids.
Yeah. And
Jim has hearing protection that looks like a hearing aid.
Yeah.
So he took them out, and the young guard, started, here, young lad, take out your ear defenders. And Sean was trying to explain, no, they're hearing aids. No, take them out. So he made them take them out. And then sure he can't hear a thing.
See, that was, yeah. I know, now look, I'm a bit spiky, I suppose, but like I just don't, that whole situation, look, the distress that was caused simply by somebody who didn't understand what they're doing, or the ramifications of doing. I just think it shows probably how disconnected some people are.
Yeah, but right then I look from the guard's point of view. There's guns down here. There's lads letting off shots. We're walking in here with
No, absolutely. And I can understand from the guard's point of view. I'm just,
And a young lad, like only out training, doesn't really know anything, has a bit of power. Like, he probably didn't know that they were hearing aids, but that got my young lads back up off the other.
Yeah. And was it explained to him afterwards that they were hearing aids?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, I'd love to.
Now, to add on to that then, I was on to the farmer, because I had to let the farmer know, listen, the guards were called. Just letting you know in case anyone says that. He was very annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, he got on to the guards, wanting an explanation, who reported it. He got on to it had nothing to do with them, but the crowd that give the deer licence.
Oh yeah, the national parks.
Yeah, he was down to national parks, seeing what his rights were, what you're allowed, what time of the year.
Yeah.
Crop protect, all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
He was all sorts of worked up. He was contacting the solicitor, because he sent me a message. I'm on to the solicitor. We'll sort this out. And I thought something else had happened.
Yeah.
So I had to ring him. Is everything all right? And he goes, no, we'll sort this. No. This isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
This is just someone reported it. I'm only letting you know.
Yeah, but from his perspective as well, right? He owns that ground. He's farmed it all his life. He's looked after it. This is part and parcel of his job,
Yeah.
And I'm presuming, I don't know the man, but I'm presuming, like, that was I was saying, like, hold on a minute here. You didn't ring anyone to, that somebody trying to rob something out of my yard. You rang when I had people, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of, you can see why people get their backs up. We can't afford to, obviously, because we can't afford to be seen to be anyway aggressive or antagonising, because we have farms. And that's the speaking of, I don't know whether, I think you do the same. My licence, I have them all in a little wallet in my Jeep. And I have them all in that little wallet. But I don't bring that wallet out with me, because I get lost. You're going rooting for something in your pocket and it's gone. But I do bring obviously my phone, and I have a picture of back and front of all my different licenses on, and I've created a WhatsApp group to me and have licenses and passports. So I have my forestore, my deer licenses on there, and a picture of front and back of my shotgun, my rifles, and any other additional information that you may need. It's just a handy. You put your picture of your any RGC card as well, just a handy way to keep them all together.
I do the same. You actually put me onto that, because even the information about crop protection, like when
Yes,
and where you shoot birds,
the
I've all of that.
Yeah.
So if I'm ever questioned, I can just pull it up real quick.
And even myself, and like, I've read that thing over and back to front about 20 million times, the derogation. But still, when we go out, I check that we're in the time frame and we're within the means and methods allowed for that particular time. So if somebody was to ask, you can just off the top of your head, no, we're shooting this because of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all you need to explain. So I would urge anyone, if they don't have it, the messages will send it on to you. Just get a snapshot of the derogation on your phone, and then when you're out doing a bit of crop protection or crow shooting or pigeon shooting, whatever you're doing, you can just have a little peek at that and say, you have your story exactly right. If God forbid anyone was to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you just don't want to be caught in because I know if I didn't,
I'm loud here.
Yeah.
I know I am.
Yeah. and you could give the wrong reason just by panicking, even though you're doing nothing wrong. So that'll be my little bit of advice for what it's worth.
So what are we looking forward to? What's coming up?
Well, we have this fishing down in Sligo and Russell Point with Andy Henderson.
Really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Just how he does the lobsters.
Yeah.
All of that. And he said he might be able to get us onto some taupe.
Yeah.
So we'll give that a shot, see if we can catch something.
So yeah, really looking forward to that. And then a couple of weeks after, man, we're back in Hungary.
Yeah.
That's
in fairness, the guards dropped me out my European firearms licence.
We're all set. We're going to start booking in rifles and all that kind of jazz again.
Yeah.
I have to check zero for mine just before we go.
Look, it's a good idea to check zero. Like, I know my thing is on.
Yeah.
But I will just double check. For the sake of a couple of rounds, just put me mind at ease.
I'd be the same, but because I've been obviously doing a bit of fox shooting and stuff and switching on and off scope, and I haven't put the 140 grains through it since last season. I'll just go and check, just to be sure. You can't be going out there, man, and even in a little bit of doubt, you know. Excuse me.
Then we have our own deer season here.
And which we have red rut and we have seeker rut coming fast approaching, and 1st November, which I remember talking about hungry in the time frame that the 1st November is now. That's going to rock around pretty quick. So and we've a day planned on the 1st.
Yeah.
1st November. So what are you going after in Hungary?
I will be looking for, I'm thinking, look, I always have a plan, then change it, but I'm thinking roe and boar, but like that.
We'll see. Yeah, that's a good shout. I think we've gone over plans before and kind of changed them, but I think nail colours the mask. Go after what you want.
Yeah. The roe is the only thing I haven't got.
Yeah.
Of the species, so
yeah.
I'd like to know roe.
Yep, and I think I'm going to go after a little bit of red. So yeah, that is the plan. We have we're going to finish up here with some big news coming. We've a website launching very, very shortly. On there you'll find all about us and what we do, and links to all the different socials, links to the podcast, and we've started to do a couple of raffles and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're going to be launching a really, really cool raffle very, very soon. So,
do you want to tell them a little bit about it?
We announced it here, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, look, we've been dealing with Tom London over in TJL Sports in Field Sports down in Norfolk, and we don't jump into bed with just anyone, not anymore anyway, Robert. These days are down. But that's so. To Tom is as we spoke before, a gentleman. We've no issue recommending him. He's a really, really conscientious guy. So what we're hoping to do is put together a package, like a 2 or 3 day hunt, go after your Chinese water deer, your muntjac representative, we have guiding, your guns. So we're going to put together that little package and raffle it in the coming weeks.
Yeah. I think that'd be a really cool raffle.
Yeah.
Especially if it's someone's first time going outside the country to go shooting. It's only across the water.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone speaks English. They're really good people, and they're honest, decent.
Yeah.
You know, and they will try their hardest. And I nearly guarantee they will put you on.
You get on an animal.
Yeah.
You know, look, there's no guarantees in hunting, but that's what we're hoping to do, to put that together. And then obviously we're just looking at here, some of our merchandise at our shop. And that's going to be open for business now from next week on. So yeah, it's all happening. So apologies we haven't been on here.
Lots of work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
This is like a second job.
It is, man.
With no real...
Yeah, with no fucking wages, man. That's just say it as it is, you know. It's like doing, like even when we're out fishing and hunting and stuff, we've to put. Look, we're not complaining. It's a necessary thing. We spoke about it last night. The sport needs, and I'd encourage more, podcasts and social media and stuff. We need to promote it.
Put a shining light on it and be proud of your sport.
Absolutely.
Don't be hiding away.
Absolutely.
So that's the only reason we sort of do it.
And don't be like Anto, don't bite at the aunties. Just stick them in. And on that note, my man, we are going to get ready now for do another little bit of fishing.
Yeah.
All right.
Lads, thanks very much.
Talk to you soon, Robert.